Welcome back to The Talk Tonight. We can continue our conversation with DA Bill Fitzpatrick, and let's talk about the situation that developed out in Cortland over the weekend. Here's the video. You've probably seen it. It's been all over the internet today. Just out of control behavior. One man jumping off the roof of a home. This is out of control. And, you know, we had a similar situation here. I remember, actually, I was a student at Syracuse University at the time.
Were you in a crowd like this,
I was
Megan?
not part of the crowd.
Go back there. Can you back that tape up?
But I do remember the incident here, and it is a major challenge for police when you deal with huge volumes of people that are literally out of control.
SPD is very good at it, and, you know, they plan for things like this, you know, whether it's a festival at Clinton Square or what's the thing they call Mayfest? Mayfest, which has been toned down recently.
Considerably.
And you know, obviously, the authorities in Cortland got to address the situation. Probably, I read somewhere today they were thinking about canceling the game, which is too bad, because you know, there's fans and there's athletes, and you know, they're going to have all of that tradition ruined because of these
What's
idiots.
the purpose? We heard about 80 arrests down there. Will they ultimately all be convicted of something, or is it
No,
more like
you know, I don't want to.
You have to make the arrest to end the problem?
I mean, you have to make the arrest. You have to send a message that. I mean, Mark Subin knows very well how to deal with it. I suspect that in the vast majority of cases, they'll do some type of community service. They're probably going to have to face some disciplinary charges from the university as well, and depending on their record, of course.
I'm going to ask you about another story. I just talked with Dolores Howard the other night. Robert Bam Bam Lawrence is going to be...
My good dear friend Dolores.
She's a great woman. And her son was Wally Howard, the police officer who was shot in 1990 in an undercover drug buy.
I prosecuted one of the defendants.
The Robert Bam Bam Lawrence, the 16-year-old shooter, is going to go back to federal court in January to be resentenced because the Supreme Court said it was cruel and unusual punishment for somebody under the age of 18 to be given life in prison without parole. What do you think of that Supreme Court ruling and him getting... And not that he's getting out of prison, but...
This is a new trend, and you know, things get popular, and the popularity now is brain development, and a 16-year-old's brain isn't sufficiently developed to treat him as an adult. And these decisions are usually made by people that have never encountered a street crime. They have never, you know, had to want for anything in their lives. And with all due respect to brain development and defenses like that, the fact of the matter is that there have to be consequences, and there's some things that are so egregious, such as shooting an undercover police officer, my friend Wally Howard, that you forfeit your right to live in society forever. And that's one of those cases. Dolores I'm sure will be comforted. He's never going to be out in the foreseeable future. His parole officers' children haven't been born yet.
Right. So I know I got you on that at the end, but thanks for those comments. We're going to follow that story when it happens in January. Appreciate it.
You bet.
As always, we appreciate you joining us for the Talk Tonight and for our Inside Justice segment. If you ever have questions, you can always post your comments on Facebook or the website.